this time going to the Worlds was probably the easiest one I get to the Worlds throughout my career, but I'm really glad we made the Worlds and we'll do well.
I'm joined by CoreJJ after a pretty quick 3-0 against 100 Thieves. Were you expecting it to be this easy?
Yeah, I knew our team was better, and then throughout the series, I didn't feel like problems, like other than us making a mistake or not punishing properly. So, kind of expected.
All right, I'm just a casual fan, so sometimes I see things I don't understand. So I'd like for you to explain a couple things to me. 100 Thieves kept going Smolder, and when I play Smolder in solo queue, if it gets past 25 minutes and he has all his stacks, it's very hard to win the game. So we try to take a lot of objectives early. But you guys were delaying the dragons, the first dragon, to like 17, 18 minutes. Is there a reason for like not prioritizing dragons when you're playing against like a outscaling team comp?
I think for sure, like if we could get a dragon, we should take the dragon. But at the moment, we thought there's a better place. And also another thing is like, at least for me, like I didn't think Smolder is the one like you just go to the late game and then randomly carry the game. So I didn't feel any pressure playing versus Smolder anyway.
Okay, that's interesting because at least game 2, Quid got really ahead on the Smolder, but you guys found really good picks, especially Umti. I feel like Umti played a quiet but very impressive game, at least from my perspective. What when you're going into a playoff match, do you try to target your opponent? You know, like what happened with APA last year when he went to Worlds, everyone was banning his Ziggs. Or do you just focus on like the things that you were practicing that week?
I think it's a bit of both, because since we are playing the playoffs, we are focusing on the one team, and while we're practicing what we've been good at, and then kind of targeted from the enemy teams, and then like these players are not good without this champion, then what if we play the case without it, like something like that?
And I know Spawn said that you guys were hovering Gangplank and that put some ideas in his mind. Did you guys scrim at all with Gangplank, or was it like, hey, I think it's a good game and you guys played it?
Yeah, Impact really liked the Gangplank, and then I think Impact Gangplank is very strong. So whenever he feels confident, we can play.
All right. Next up tomorrow, we have Cloud9 are facing FlyQuest. I'm sure you probably have been scrimming both of those teams. Who do you think would take the game, FlyQuest or C9?
I think both teams are very unique, so it's extremely hard to predict which team is gonna win. But I will choose Cloud9.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel like a lot of analysts think that Cloud9 are just the better team, and especially FlyQuest playing against NRG didn't seem very like it wasn't a stomp. Speaking of stomps, did you watch the LEC today, or did you not get a chance?
I didn't watch every game, but I saw the end.
Okay, I wasn't gonna spoil, but do you do some scouting as players to other regions, especially while playoffs is going on, to like get ideas and stuff like that?
Yes, especially LCK is on the same patch as us, so watching on LCK obviously, and then when LPL is entering the final level of playoffs, the team quality are very good. So mainly HK and LPL, plus sometimes ADC on the live.
All right, yeah, I felt like LSC was quite fun today, especially with the ending. Looking forward, you guys have made it to Worlds. There are a few other teams that have also made it to Worlds. Worlds is in Europe. I know maybe this is looking further ahead, but if you know, are there any plans for like boot camps in Korea and then go to Europe? Or I know you guys have a facility in Europe, so maybe you could use
Mhm.
that. Do you know at all what you guys are doing?
I'm pretty sure we are going to the Europe facility. I'm excited because our facility in the Europe is very good.
All right. That's also, I think this year might be very different for Worlds because there's no boot camp in an Asian country, and I think European teams are also not boot camping, so it's like our Korean teams are going to boot camp there, or what's happening. I'm quite excited for that. Yeah, last thing is obviously you guys are going to be playing Cloud9 as you predicted. What do you
Mhm.
think the series score when you guys play Cloud9 would be?
Uh, Probably 3-1 if we get outplayed. I think we're gonna win, especially on the stage. So I feel very confident we can win against what um either team.
Do you feel like you guys are like on a separate level, or is it close but you guys are like better?
I think individually skill level, I think we are probably close, but I think we are better than the other two teams in terms of like team play wise. I think we are a better team. So when we are a better team, you don't feel any nervous or something.
All right. Last thing, do you have any words? Could you give some words to the Team Liquid fans or cheering?
Yeah, I'm really happy that I'm playing on the Worlds again. Um, Performing well in the World stage was the one like I always wanted to do in the Team Liquid. So this time going to the World was probably the easiest one. I get to the World throughout my career, but I'm really glad we made the World and we'll do well.
All right. I wish you guys luck. That's right. 2019 was you had 2 3-2s in the finals, and then 2020
Yeah,
was really difficult in the lower bracket as well. So, all right. Congrats on making it to Worlds, and let's see you in the next series. Thank you.
thank you, thank you.
Bye. It has already begun. The hype for Team Liquids at Worlds has already begun. By the time you're seeing this interview, FlyQuest have already won as well. So we already know 2 out of the 3 teams, most likely Cloud9, but we'll see if Dig or 100 can upset them. But the hype has begun. I actually do think that, we actually have a shot this year. EU thought that last year, and you know what happened to EU. But um, overall, playoffs has been really enjoyable. And I'm looking forward to getting more interviews. And I know this interview is more of maybe more generic questions about the game rather than questions to CoreJJ. But moving forward, I'll be asking more like specific questions, kind of like what I did with Licorice. I know some people didn't enjoy some of the questions. I know I could have worded some of the questions better with Licorice interview, but overall, it's been really hype. And make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more interviews.